Hey everyone, and welcome. Today we're tackling a really interesting data structure design problem from Leetcode, finding pairs with a certain sum. The goal is to build a system that's fast at both updating numbers and counting pairs. Let's break it down. So here's the core task. We get two lists of numbers, which the problem calls nums1 and nums2. We need to create a special class that can do two things. First, it needs to handle updates, specifically adding a value to an element in the second list, nums2. Second, and this is the main event, it needs to count how many pairs of numbers, one from each list, add up to a specific total. The real challenge is to make these operations, especially the counting, really efficient. Let's walk through the logic with the first example. We're asked to count pairs that sum to 7. So, if we pick the first number from nums1, which is a 1, what do we need from nums2? We need a 6, right? Because 1 plus 6 is 7. Looking at nums2, there are no 6s. Okay, let's try the next number. When we get to the 2's in nums1, we need a 5 from nums2 to make 7. And hey, nums2 has two 5's. Since there are 3 2's in nums1, each of them can pair up with each of the two 5's. That gives us 3 times 2, or 6 pairs. Finally, for the 3 in nums1, we need a 4. Nums2 has two 4's, so that's 2 more pairs. 6 pairs plus 2 pairs gives us a total of 8. Doing that manual scan every single time for the count operation would be way too slow, especially if nums2 is a huge list. The real tricky part is that add operation. It means nums2 can change, so we can't just pre-calculate all the possible sums once and be done with it. We need a much smarter way to look for our target numbers. And that brings us to the main strategy, using a hash table. The idea is to stop searching and start asking. Instead of looping through nums2 every time, we can pre-process it into a frequency map. This map will tell us, almost instantly, how many of any given number exist in nums2. So for the count operation, the logic becomes much faster. We just loop through the first list, nums1. For each number, we figure out the partner we're looking for, which is just the total minus our current number. Then, we ask our frequency map how many of those partners exist. Since asking a hash map is super fast, the whole operation is now only limited by the length of nums1. But what about the add operation that changes things? It's a simple two-step update. First, we find the number that's about to be changed in the nums2 list. We go to our frequency map and decrease its count by 1. Then, we perform the actual addition. Finally, we take the new value that's now at that position and increase its count in the map. This way, our frequency map always stays perfectly in sync. Alright, let's see how this all looks in Python. When we initialize the class, we store both lists, and most importantly, we create a counter for the list called nums2. A counter is just Python's built-in tool for making a frequency map. The add method does exactly what we discussed: decrement the old count, update the array, and increment the new count. And the count method just loops through nums1, calculates the partner it needs, and adds the count from our map to the answer. It's pretty clean and follows our logic perfectly. So how efficient is this? Let's say n is the length of the list nums1, and m is the length of nums2. The initial setup takes order n plus m time, because we have to read both lists and build our map. The add operation is fantastic. It's order 1, or constant time. And the count operation takes order n time, because we only have to loop through the nums1 list. For space, we need to store both original lists plus the frequency map, so that's also order n plus m. The big takeaway here is a classic problem-solving pattern. Whenever you're asked to find pairs of numbers that add up to something, a hash map should be one of the first things that comes to mind. It's a powerful tool that transforms a slow search-based approach into a much faster one based on instant lookups. The special twist in this problem was just remembering to keep that map updated. I hope that breakdown made sense. If this was helpful, feel free to hit the like button, subscribe for more videos, or drop a question in the comments. And hey, if you're feeling extra generous, there's always the Boba Fund. Keep practicing, and I'll see you in the next one.